Hi friends, it's Cathy. In today's video, I'm going to create this easy fall smoky eye makeup look using the Drugstore palette by Milani, and it is Rosy Revenge. It has some beautiful shades for fall, some lovely plum colors and some light pinks, and we're going to see how it applies. I'm also excited because I have my Angie Hot and Flashy brush set and the BK Beauty foundation brush that everybody's raving about. These arrived yesterday. I paid for them myself, and I'm going to tell you what I think about them. If you're visiting me for the first time, welcome. I'm Cathy. I'm 53 years old. I live in Canada, and I like to do easy, everyday makeup, skincare, and fashion videos for the woman over 50. I would really love it if you subscribed. One of my complaints about the CC cream is that it's too thick, and I just don't like how it looks on my skin. So I'm gonna apply it with this brush, and we're gonna see if this brush makes me love this. So the concealer that I'm using today is by Hourglass. Everything will be listed below in the order that I use them. So I'm excited to try this concealer brush. So I really liked this concealer brush. It did a great job of applying the Hourglass concealer. It really blended it into my under eye area. It's not like accentuating my wrinkles, and it really does look like all the darkness has vanished underneath my eyes, and I find that my under eyes look a lot smoother. And the concealer brush, the way Angie designed it, it's just a miniature foundation brush. And just so you know, I paid for these brushes myself, so I'm giving you my real honest opinion, as I always do. So now it's time to apply the CC cream. Okay, so first impressions about the brush. I think it did a really nice job applying the CC cream. I used one pump for my face, which is normally what I do. I don't know, it just disappeared into my skin. This brush is super soft. I don't know if it's because it's on an angle or what it is about this brush, but I guess the hype is right. I really do like it, and I'm kind of liking the CC cream, how it looks on my face, but we'll see how everything looks once my makeup is finished. So next I'm going to apply some setting powder. I'm using the Mercier setting powder, and I'm using the Beautyblender Puff. I rub the puff into the powder, and then I just tap it all over my face. It sets my makeup nice. It doesn't accentuate my pores or any, textured areas on my cheeks. And I'm gonna set it eyelids. I've been using concealer for my eyelid primer. I do prime my eyelids because they are oily, but that powder is just lovely. It does such a great job. So next I'm going to put on some bronzer using this Real Techniques powder brush. Now it's blush time. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Sweet Cheeks, and I'm using Angie's angled blush brush. I love an angled blush brush. I usually use the IT Cosmetics one. It does a great job of picking up the blush. So now it's time for brows, using my favorite eyebrow pencil. So I'm doing my tightlining, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner that I like, and I'm just going to tightline my upper waterline. If you struggle with tightlining, go check out my tightlining video. This eyeliner pencil has made 100% difference, and it makes tightlining so much easier for me. So go check out that video And I'm going to show you a few techniques that help to make that easier. So now we're going to create our eye look. So this little palette has 6 shades, 3 are matte and 3 are shimmer. So for my all over shade, I'm going to go with the 3rd one in. I'm just using a flat brush and just put it all over the eyelid, not going above the crease. I will say these brushes really pick up the product nicely. And then I'm going to go in with the color next to it using the crease brush. I like how small the crease brush is. It's perfect size for my eye. I'm just going in where the orbital bone is and just swirling back and forth. I'm just going on the orbital bone and just like right on the bone, so that puts a little bit of color up above to create that illusion that my eyelid is bigger. And I'm never going beyond the outer corner of my eye. I really like this little eyeshadow palette. Packs a lot of pigment. So I'm going in with the same tiny brush and I'm going to go into the second darkest color. Just put a little bit on the tip and I'm going to use that for my outer V. Normally I would use my Charlotte Tilbury smudge brush, but I just wanted to use these brushes just to demonstrate them and to give my opinion on them. I'm going to buff everything out with this buffing brush. So we're swirling in on the eye socket line about 2/3 of the way across. Blending is really key, and if you make a mess, don't worry about it. We're gonna go in at the end and clean everything up with some concealer. And I'm going to take the tip of this flat brush. I'm going in with the lightest color and I'm just going to highlight. There's definitely a little bit of fallout in this palette. Try this again. We're just going to highlight underneath the eyebrow just to sort of clean it up and make the brow look a little more defined. So now I'm going to put the lightest color all over the mobile eyelid. Well, not all over, from the corner to about 2/3 over, because I like to lighten up my eyelid. I just find this is a little too dark. And then with the other side of the same brush, I'm going to put some of this sparkly eyeshadow on. Just like right in the middle. Just pressing it on. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer, just the tiniest amount. And I'm going to very carefully sweep upwards to the outer corner of the eye just to clean it up before I apply my eyeliner to the bottom lashes. It does a great job, and see, it just kind of creates a lift. Patience is key when doing eye makeup. It's all about blending and taking your time. So that looks a lot better. So normally I would use the Charlotte Tilbury eye smudger brush. Don't have that, so I'm going to use the tip of this thin brush and I'm going to go in this dark color and just go like on the lower lashes, like right on the line. It's not applying as well as I would hope. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? I feel like I got an eyeshadow on my contact lenses. It would definitely be more dramatic if I was using my normal smudger brush by Charlotte Tilbury. And then I'm just going to take what's left on that concealer brush and just clean the outer corner. So what do you think of the eyeshadow? It's just a nice everyday smoky look. I will say there is a lot of fallout on this palette today, and not crazy about the fallout. Next up, putting the mascara on. I'm using the Tightline. I love this brush. You can see how tiny it is. I go right to the root of my eyelashes and then I just wiggle it up. And you can see it does a really great job of lifting and separating my lashes. And I never put mascara on my bottom lashes. Today I'm using a MAC lip liner just to outline my lips. And for my lipstick today, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Pillow Lips in the color Haze. It's a nice burgundy color for fall. And then I always like to top off my lipstick, or if I'm just wearing lip liner, with a clear lip gloss. This one is from Bare Minerals. Okay, so let's talk about the makeup. I think that the eye makeup turned out really nice. It's pretty. It's lovely for fall, but I will say that there is more fallout in this palette than the other palettes that I've used in the past. But I think it does create a nice look. As far as the IT CC cream, it hasn't settled into my pores. I'm looking in my magnifying mirror in front of me and I can see like some texture where it's showing up. But I think if, you know, I just met you on the street, it wouldn't be visible. I was impressed by how this brush applied the CC cream, and if it's going to make me use the CC cream more often, then I guess it was worth the investment. It is a nice foundation brush. I look forward to using this a lot in the future. If I had to pick one brush as my favorite out of Angie's set of 7, it would be the concealer brush. It did a great job of applying the concealer, and you can hardly see like any of my wrinkles. It's hid the darkness, and that's a really nice concealer. I should really do a wear test on that because not a lot of people talk about it, and I really like it. So if you'd like to see a more in-depth review about the Hourglass Concealer, leave me a comment and I'll do that. And overall, the brushes that I used from Angie's brush set, there was this one I guess I didn't use. First impressions, I really like them. I like that they're smaller than the typical eye brushes that I own. I think that I was able to be more precise with my shadow application. The blending brushes really did a nice job. They are soft, and I'm happy that I bought them. So I'm glad that we got to do this smoky eye for fall look, but also try out all of these brushes that I just received yesterday. You may find my how-to makeup playlist helpful, and I will link it here in a card. If you're here for the first time, I would really love it if you subscribed. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers, and if you could help me out, that would really be great. I would really appreciate it. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.